parking lots, LIT, etc. Personal liberty versus public safety. The numbers of people who smoke have increased over the years, although they are equipped with the knowledge of how unhealthy smoking can be. People still choose to smoke. It is a personal choice and highly addictive habits. Smoking choose to subject themselves to the health risk of smoking. It is not for the government or any third party to detect, di- di- dictate whether or not a person should be allowed to smoke. However, smoking does not only affect the smokers negatively, it is also affected all the people around those who smoke, because when people smoke in public, the smoke travels everywhere through the air, and the negative effects of of this smoking affect all living breathing creatures. About half of all Americans who keep smoking will die because of the habit. Each year, more than 480,000 people in the US die from illness related to tobacco use. This means each year smoking causes about 1 out of 5 deaths in the US. Smoking cigarettes kill more Americans than alcohol, car accident, HIV, guns, and illegal drugs combined. Cigarette smokers die younger than non-smoker. Smoking shorter male smoker lives by about 12 years and female smokers lives about 11 years. Smoking not causes cancer. Smoking not causes cancer. Cancer, it can damage nearly every organ in the body. So now my friend, she will continue.
The death toll for heart and lung disease, as well as the death toll for cancer, will continue to gradually increase if the current smoking situation is not corrected. By putting forth a ban of smoking in public places, the government promotes a healthier lifestyle for everybody, and it protects every citizen from many diseases and health risks such as cancer and other deadly diseases. Besides that, the ban will eliminate the bad example set forth by public people smoking in public. Children and teenagers will have a mindset implemented by the government that smoking is bad. The ban will discourage non-smokers from starting to smoke, thus preventing them from getting addicted to cigarette. Also, it will encourage smokers to quit and aid them on the difficult journey to be freed from the bonds of addiction. Consequently, there will be no cigarette butts littered marks their transition into adulthood and maturity. Hence, more teenagers start smoking due to influence of seeking other people smoke in public places. Continue.
Hi, hello. How are you? We're looking here for four great areas: the moral aspect, the health issue, the legal background, and environmental impact. The health issue, yeah, our friends here have talked about the influence of the passive smokings for the smokes, people who smoke in the same environment. But according to the CDC, Center of Disease of US, 2.5 million people have died because of this, and many people are allergic. And when you feel something in your ears and your turn red, but someone is smoking your same area, that's because you're allergic to smoke. And the moral aspect, the smoker feel that they have the right to smoke in any time, in any place they want, but because they feel they're hurting only themselves, but it's incorrect. They hurt everybody. It's like you want to commit suicide because you are depressed, I don't know, but you are killing the people around you too. And this is not moral. This is very immoral to do. If you want to commit suicide, commit it yourself. Not like, do you remember the case last year about the pilot who crashed an airplane in Europe because he wanted to commit suicide and kill 200 people? Why smokers want to do that? Another moral aspect is the electronic cigarettes. It's a new way that the tobacco company are making money, and this is just about money. Tobacco company has influence in the government, and you cannot do nothing about it. They treat the state. There are another way to see it, that the smokers are sick people, and they have to consider sick people because they cannot leave the smoke. So, as a sick people, there are a treatment to them and should be paid by the government. We have a legal background that the only United States and China do not have a national smoke-free legislation in the development world. All other countries that are developed have banned these areas. India, Pakistan, Africa do not have that law. 26 states have enacted statewide ban on smoking in all enclosures. Another 12 states with some section have some establishment, and only 12 states, Texas included, do not have this ban statewide. So that we are looking for to do it legal in all cases. Cities should ban. We have
Finish your statement. That's fine.
okay. And the last thing is
I was just gonna say you finish your
the
statement.
environmental impact. We can talk that later.
Yes, that's right. Statement really awesome. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate your presenting your case there. Thank you. Yeah, very nice. Super. Now this team is gonna have 7 minutes to make their case. So whoever's gonna come up here, I'll let you make one of their case.
I think I know what's going on.
Oh, it's blurred.
That's a closed camera. It's not a camera far away.
Yeah. But maybe after the whole thing, we'll investigate it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we-
Let's give it a little warm welcome, everybody. All right. And anytime you want, I'll start.
Okay. Morning, everyone. And at the first, thanks for other side's friends' statement. It was very exciting. But we don't disagree your opinion. Before my statement, I would like to share some data. At present, there are 7.7 billion population in the world, including children. Meanwhile, there are 1.3 billion people smoking in the world. That means around 1 in 5 people smoke. It's a very huge group. It's a small group. So we cannot ignore that. And if, as per our friend said, the city should ban smoking from all public places, it means there is no place to smoke except at home. I think it's not reasonable. It's not fair to that huge group smoker. Because every citizen has the basic human right to choose their own lifestyle. Smoking is not against the law. Smoking is not as same as taking drug. Some people like smoking just like somebody like drinking tea or coffee, and somebody like drinking alcohol, or somebody like playing video games. It's just a personal hobbies. So we have to respect their right. Although everyone knows the smoking is not good for health, but that's their hobbies and their choice. So we have no right to judge and to ban them. So what the government should do is to find a practical way to solve this problem instead of simply and crudely banning smoking everywhere. For example, setting up some small smoking area away from non-smoking group in public places, and people can only smoke in appointed smoking area. Actually, many public places have done this, have already done this, such as some restaurants, office, parks, and LIT. Yes, there is a smoking area over there in the open garden. And I noticed some students smoke there during break time.
and I think it's a good sample. And in fact, I'm not a smoker, and I don't encourage smoking. Even I hate smoking. But lots of my friends, colleagues, and classmates, they smoke. And my husband smokes as well. And he said smoking is his way to relax. He works very busy every day. And he said when he is tired and sleeping after working for hours, he would go out to smoking area and just take a few minutes to smoke to relax and refresh himself. Besides that, smoking is not just for relax. Smoking is also a way of socializing for some people. They have same hobbies. When they smoke air together, they have many common topics. They chat each other and they share their experience and meet new friends. They enjoy it very much, just like somebody like drinking alcohol and chatting together. So there is no reason to ban them. So we disagree to ban smoking from all public area. And next, please, my friends, to further statement.
Yeah, I'm going to mention some interesting point that can be agreed with our statement. These points allow that people can smoke in these areas because they can reduce the smoke, the secondhand smoke. What, for example, anyway, people smoke, and if it's prohibited outside, the people will smoke inside, indoors place. So what happened with this? People, the second-hand smoke is gonna smoke anyway. The smokers do. So that if we don't accept or don't allow the smoking area, the other people who doesn't smoke is gonna increase the risk for health problem, like emphysema or cardiovascular problem. So that is increase this possibility by restricting the place where smoking is allowed. So that I said, less air population. For example, if we have two smoking people here in this room, we are going to have more pollution than if these two people smoke outside. And this also increase the electricity cost because the school going to put more air conditioner and higher, or the air conditioner is going to work more than if are less pollution. Also decrease the possibility of fires because some certain places have inflammate materials. So if the bench places are outside, they have less possibility to, or the decrease the risk of fire in certain place. The other thing is reduce because the cigarette is not biodegradable thing. If people used to throw the cigarette to the water, to the sink, to the toilet, so because this is not biodegradable, they can is bad for the air. Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, give her a hand, everybody. Yeah. All right, thank you. All right. So far, I gotta say, both teams have been very, prepared to getting a very clear bullet point of several reasons why they're defending their position. Now is the time for someone to make additional statements or a rebuttal. This team over here arguing for a city-wide ban on public smoking. It's got 5 minutes over here to address any of the concerns that they may have mentioned, or bring up some other additional concerns. Oh, by the way, I don't know if the camera can see it. Look at this. They brought little props. That's funny. Yeah.
How about me? Hey,
Really
how about
quick.
me?
Here, I'll kill some time. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll just kill some time real quick. Hey, look at this. This team decided to make some props too. Smoke
Okay.
has a smiley face that's winking. It's like you're saying. Right. I'll give you all about a minute or so to get your thoughts together there, and then we'll get started. Okay.
What's out of there?
They're going to go first. Yeah. Then start rebuttal time.
Yeah. No, only. I mean, let me see that. But I'll be done. Yeah.
That's right. Everybody can speak.
I know. They have to make sure
Yeah, the camera itself, I bet. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm not worried about it. I'm just glad we got a good audio sound anyway. All right. I'm gonna start. Okay, I believe in you. Yeah. All right. Let's give them a hand, everybody, as they make their way up here to make their rebuttal.
हम भी इसी करेंगे.
So, go in 5 minutes for Get started now. Here we go. Okay. And go ahead. Anytime.
Yeah, my friends told that there's a 7 billion population of the world, and many huge variety of people are smokers. So many of them are smokers. So you told many of them are smokers, and you cannot control the variety of wide population to ban them from smoking. So I'll tell a little change can cause a big thing. When we start from the little, like we start from LIT to stop banning the smoking. So this will go and from continue to the other gas stations and to the other restaurants, and this way the whole Texas city will ban the from smoking. In that way, other countries, other states will also start banning, because cigarette cause environment air pollution, because you are smoking and the whole air is getting polluted. Even though if it is far away from the public places, the smoke gets into the air, and it is the air is getting polluted. And there's a second-hand smoker. My friend told, you are smoking and I am not smoking. If I am passing there, I am a smoker too, because it is getting into my lungs. So that is very dangerous for me. Even I hate smoking, but it is getting into my lungs.
That is solidarity.
And it is not a hobby. Cigarette is not a hobby. For a hobby, you can play many things. You can do cycling. You can use Facebook if you want to.
Hobbies don't kill people.
Yeah, hobbies don't kill people, and cigarette is not a hobby. My friend told, for many people smoke for socializing and getting relaxing. They can go Starbucks and have a cup of coffee. They don't need to smoke for relaxing and socializing with the people. You are socializing, one is smoking, the other friend might think the next day, oh, my friend is smoking. I think this is a good thing. Then you are making other people smoke as well. You're not stopping them. And the third, AC, she told that AC also causes environment pollution. Many things are there, not just a secret. But AC are our necessity. If we don't put on the AC, we cannot stay in this room. But we can stop cigarette. Cigarette will not harm us anybody.
Alright.
Okay, my friend is going to continue.
We forgot saying something about the environmental impact of smokers. Do you know about what is the butt? Is the part of the cigar that you left, the yellow one.
But
Okay,
A butt,
yellow one.
like a butt, like the butt.
But we, but
They say 176 million pounds of discarded cigarette butts per year. And they have a lot of chemicals and they're polluted in other way. 38% of cigarette butts do not decompose, so they are contaminated. All area, where there should be a lot of contaminated area outside there. And I think this is just a money business. Tobacco companies want to make money and they make added to the people, and people are added. So people, the smokers are, for us, sick people that are addicted to tobacco. And they should be tried like sick people, and government should pay for the treatment of these people to allow them to not smoke. But the only way to do that is prohibit smoking in public areas. Another idea? You have 30 seconds.
So like my friend told that LIT has a smoker area, but I have come 2 years, have been here, but like many students, they smoke, like in car, in parking lot. So like I go and it's like, it's when I breathe, it's going in my lungs. So it's like bad. They don't use, some students, they don't use the area, don't follow the rules. So on the way, like there are many other public, they do like that, they don't use.
all right, cool. Thank you. Now we're gonna give 5 minutes to this team to provide a rebuttal. Fine. Anytime. Go ahead.
Or and start to this complete answer for your question. So you said it's a business. So we know no money, no honey.
Oh my God, no.
But wait a minute, hold on. But the people pay $1 per package the cigarette. These taxes money go to the foundation to the state children health insurance program. We need to try to help to the children they don't have insurance. You're talking about the pollution. This money help to fighting with the pollution, fix on infrastructure. So, second point, she said smoking is not necessary. We go to the Starbucks to drink the coffee. Coffee without cigarette is not coffee.
We don't know.
So we need to relax. So there are people with addiction to tobacco, and we can't ban smoking because these people suffer of the stress, suffer of the anxiety, change the mood, and maybe they will be more aggressive. So if you want to provide ban the spot cigarette, it's not single, it's a slowly. And these people
Slowly, but you
exactly,
agree
and
that
these people,
slowly we can ban it.
and these people need to go to one rehabilitation program. Who pay for rehabilitation program? The taxi for cigarette. So it's enough. Hold on. The last part, he said, is the moral aspect. Electric cigarette affect to the teenagers. So my question is, where is the parents or which school they go? Because in the house, the children respect the rules. but outside they are free. They're using everything. Isn't this very important point? We are living in a wonderful country called USA, with freedom, and the cigarette is a human right, like to the lean alcohol or get married with 7 women. So that is legal smoking in this country. So
Like a lot of people have joined the groups up there. So that was the rebuttal time. And I gotta say, first of all, my comments, both sides were listening to the arguments and addressing them. Did you notice that? I was very, very focused on addressing the very specific arguments. Both sides were doing that, and so that was encouraging to see that both teams were actively listening and actively rebuttaling, giving a contrary opinion. All right, so now you have 2 minutes to either summarize your main points, or you can use your 2 minutes to address any other concerns to them. You have 2 minutes. I believe this side's gonna. You guys had 5 minutes, right? Now it's 2 minutes. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you guys have 2 minutes coming up here. All right, yeah. All right, I believe in you. Yes. Let's just make our way up here. It's kind of nervous to get up in front of people, so let's give her a little warm welcome. Everybody. Yeah, she's coming. Give her a little bit of confidence. All right, here we go.
In conclusion, I would like to say, like, if smoking is banned in public area, it will improve a healthier lifestyle for everyone. People will see it as government endorsement for healthier lifestyle for everybody. When smoking is not allowed in public area, it reminds people that healthcare is very important. It reminds each and every person that government is seriously concerned for well-being of its citizen. Therefore, people would be reminded to live a healthier lifestyle. Some may argue that by preventing smoker from smoking in public, it violates upon their rights. It is true that smokers have rights, and these rights should not be violent upon. However, a non-smoker have a right to breathe in clean air, should be taken into consideration as well. When people smoke in public area, the toxin fumes travel through the air and into the lungs of other people. By prohibiting people from smoking in public government, it is protecting the God-given right to its public to live full and healthy life. It encourages people to take steps to better quality of life and take care of themselves as well and the people around them. Therefore, smoking should be banned in all public area. It should be made illegal to smoke in public places. In short, it will improve the health of thousands of people, and it will definitely be a positive development.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Put your hand, yeah, for the. Now, this team, of course, arguing against it. We'll have 2 minutes. Whoever would like to come up to wrap. Well, you can use your 2 minutes however you like to summarize or conclude, just to leave them with an impression, or you can address some of the if you want a moment to think about it. It's up to you. I can give you a moment to think about it if you want to. Yeah, that's fine because I gave them a moment to think about it. Oh, you do it? Okay. Okay. And here we go.
Okay, so as we know, we cannot prohibit smoking because a lot of people used to, and now it's not illegal to smoking everywhere. We have to encourage make this public place to for people who smoke, do it outside because it's better do outside and do inside in closed rooms. It's better for us and it's better for them. Even is more pollution outside, or it's more pollution in the floor and everywhere. It's better that they smoke outside than they smoke inside, because for the second-hand smoke, for the more electricity costs, Even all these, as my friend said, this country is freedom. We cannot like restricted this thing. This because if we make that illegal, that is ¿cómo que se llama? We can make without freedom. So, we violate this
Human right.
the human right. So we have to help people to do it outside or making place outside because that can benefit everyone, not just them, because us we are going to benefit of this.
All right, cool. Give me a hand. Yay! So the formal part of the debate is over at this point. You've heard them make their case and their rebuttals. So now I'm going to open it up for some Q&A, some question and answers, and of course your voice will be online too and stuff like
You have
that.
some questions?
Yeah. That's right. Hernan is ready to take it on.
on.
So they again are arguing yes, the city should ban smoking in
I have
all
a
public
question.
places. All right.
Do you smoke?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay. That's a good question. So Elaine brought up some her own personal experience. Her husband smokes, and I don't know if that's true or not. But bringing in a personal anecdote, it was kind of powerfully persuasive. And so that's a good question. Can we go around and you feel free to answer that as much as you're comfortable? You do sometimes.
It depends on people because I don't smoke and I don't like smoking. Honestly. But we know the tobacco, nicotine affect. There are negative consequences to the body. But like to the alcohol, we can drink or we can smoke this a little, not a lot.
But we're talking about smoking.
Yeah, that is the same. The liquor or the tobacco.
Focus.
So the focus of the tobacco or the nicotine. So you can use cigarette for relax or socially. But you need to smoke this a little, not a lot. Because I have friends that smoke a lot of 2-3 boxes per day. So it's a lot.
But I have one point. If the city will ban from smoking in public places and will charge them fine, if you will smoke in the public place, you will charge. You have to pay $50. So they will resist the temptation and they will go home, and till they go home with the difference of 6 hours, 8 hours at home, slowly and gradually they will stop smoking. They will quit smoking if the ban is legalized.
Yeah, it's
And
true, but there are
should
people
be
that
fine.
break
I
the rule.
have a question. If you said LIT should ban smoking and every state should ban smoking regularly, but why government issue a policy no smoking at all? It's
Because
everything.
government is corrupted by the influence of the company.
Because it's immoral to allow sick people because smokers are sick people.
We believe
Hurt innocent people.
we believe manage is always much better control. If something bad happened, it's need to find some smart way to manage them. It's not just forbid them. For example, if you said some students didn't follow the policy and smoke everywhere. Yes, we can issue some policy to pay the fine. They pay fine if they only can smoke in that area. Otherwise, they can pay fine. But if just ban them to smoke, I don't think it's a bad way for them. It's not. So
Yeah, well, we'll make it clear. These people are not saying smoking is a good thing. They're saying a ban on prohibiting it altogether is the point.
another point is the fact smoking is not a hobby. Okay, maybe my word is not accurate. I think smoking is just like drink alcohol. Alcohol is also not good for health. Sometimes will kill people, and somebody playing game crazy for playing games. It's also not good.
But it's
But we
banned.
cannot forbid
It's prohibited.
alcohol.
You cannot drink, you cannot drive if you drink.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
fine.
will be
It's
you will be
Yes,
punished
so
because of that.
that's why
But there
our
is no
point
punishment
is
if you smoke.
you can smoke in some special area, not smoking for everywhere. We also don't
But
agree that
smoking in other areas, it can cause air pollution, and
yeah.
that affects us who don't smoke. And
do you
without
think-
smoking also, we are getting the
Like
diseases.
this,
You know, you can see it's totally open.
People
And
do not
all are
respect
like
the law.
lines and
understand
everywhere.
what you sound, but do you think the smoking at home is much better to air and
No, so
than
they
to
will
smoke
stop.
at home?
So they will stop
So
seeing their
why-
family
so stop
is
smoking.
affecting, so the person will stop smoking.
the person don't wanna start smoking.
No, he will
Even
see,
if
he
any
or she
time-
will see the whole family is dying with because of the smoking, and he will not stop smoking. This
In
is
our
not-
country, we don't have the bench area
But-
to people for smoking, and people smoke inside the restaurant, inside the
But it's killing
home.
people.
And
Yeah,
this,
it's killing, but they don't
this
care.
ban
Let's
is
keep
done in
continuing.
But here
Germany,
it's the same
and
because you don't
they
have a
have
fine to do that.
success in what they have done in the public places. In
All
Germany,
public,
yeah, all
places,
public places they have banned in Germany.
Only smoking at home.
No smoking.
No,
at
no
home. No
smoking.
smoking.
No
Yeah.
smoking.
No smoking?
Yeah, in Germany.
You can search on the internet.
Oh, even
But
even
you
private
know-
homes and stuff. Oh,
I think private homes also.
Yeah, that was
Ooh, that's
No
a
smoking?
big trouble.
that
Yeah.
sounds,
No
that
smoking.
sounds really
Germany.
that sounds extreme.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
okay,
big
okay.
I agree with your points.
Thank you.
Initially,
Oh no, that's a farewell.
I know.
But Sarah, you want Sarah, did you want to ask a question to one of these team members? Was it you that was?
No, because before he said it that they need to more smoke because of cannot control the smoker people, and they may make themselves
that's
very
right.
crazy and
Yeah.
like that. But they have to some doing like meditation, yoga.
Okay.
These also things you control. That's bad thing.
But that will
This
not
can-
affect to
But do you know
the
that
smoking.
maybe the people that smoke outside can smoke here and you cannot? Because it's not
But
against
that
the
will
law.
not control the smoker.
There is a rule that you
I
smoke
don't
there,
say that-
but people can smoke here.
But that's
You cannot do that.
But still it will not affect.
Yeah.
And the other thing
if you want to get rid of this, you can join the rehab centers.
Our state of Texas should be a leader.
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
That time.
Alejandro,
But that's okay. now,
these
they do it.
electrical cigarettes, because I saw a lot of people,
But then you
they have a tobacco nicotine.
yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some person.
That's ridiculous.
You can check with the person who's
That's
smoking with the electricity.
And it's more addictive.
You ask
Yeah.
for permission, right?
That's a new business.
That was interesting. Y'all touched on the issue of vaping. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah,
You know, just a little bit. That's a little bit
Not
different.
like that. If you
Yeah, it's
smoke electronic cigarettes, that's good. If you smoke a normal cigarette, that's have a
What is
70%
what is
of.
different? Because
Yeah,
they all have
because
nicotine.
if you smoke cigarettes, that have 70% of nicotine.
Yeah.
And when you smoke electronic cigarettes, they have like 0%, 3%, 6%. You can choose which flavor and how much nicotine you want
You know,
to
the flavors,
And how much you pay
you
for
choose
that?
the flavor, but the
also?
flavor are
Because they're more expensive. than-
addictive too.
No, it's not
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I read an article just.
So
I have the
you're bringing up an interesting point. That the vaping cigarettes are a lot less toxic for the person doing it,
yeah,
people
lots
around it. But
better than cigarettes.
do you want to direct that to this team over here, as far as like what should the law, what role would the government play in restricting vaping? Does anybody have a position on that necessarily? I know you all are arguing for cigarette smoking. That's entirely categorically different. Okay, you don't have an opinion about that.
These
Don't want to
are
weigh in about
profit-making
vaping and.
companies can make a business by issuing different kinds of things. This is just a profit-making
But the
company.
company is not telling any customer that, hey, buy this. They buy by themselves.
But they know customers are smoking, so they are making new and new products to make more profit.
If everyone do that, if you eat some food that you like,
But
the other company
don't
also
sell the
opens a
product
restaurant
that
and
harm
starts
other
selling that.
people.
Okay. I think
It's a business.
I think the point you're making here is that vaping is not creating a new option for people to stop smoking cigarettes. creating new cigarette smokers. It's a way into smoking
Yeah.
culture, etc.
The one who don't smoke the cigarette also will start. Let me try with the less percent of the nicotine,
Okay.
and by slowly and gradually I'll move on to the higher level of nicotine level.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is.
But like, did you see any companies that forcing people, hey, smoke my cigarette, smoke my vaping e-cigarette?
But they are attracting the smokers.
Okay.
They are attracting the smokers.
Did anybody want to weigh in on that?
So we are not smoking. That's why.
There are sick people, sick.
I'll take maybe a couple more questions from the audience if you have anything else. Anybody else want to weigh in with a comment or not necessarily?
Michael,
What's that, Roman?
do you have some question?
Smoking is injurious, why the school people and colleges allow the smoking zones and all.
But
Even they should avoid that.
But if you ban something, then people do illegally. Then that's more problem for the government to handle this big type of
Creating a
situation.
black market?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's banned
Yeah.
completely. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I didn't hear it brought up today. Yeah, if you ban something altogether, like we did with alcohol in the United States.
But in Saudi Arabia, the smoking and alcohol is not allowed. But there is a lot of black market to illegal trade.
And the same thing in India, there is a one state, Gujarat. That's a dry state. They don't allow alcohol. But in the India, most of the alcohol sell in Gujarat.
Cool. Do you want to finish your point?
Yeah,
Illegal.
so I mean, the best thing education to people to less smoke, but it's not just a forbidden. It's a long. I know it's a long way, but we need education to the young generation to no smoking, no alcohol. I think it's one as a long term, gradually progress. It's not just one law to stop that.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, it takes education in the long run to change the culture. And a ban would cause a black market, which they're harder to regulate. Go ahead, Ms. Shabana.
I think it's genetic as well. If father smokes, the son is most likely to smoke.
No, that's
No,
not.
no.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say. There may be a component of it.
They are influenced by their parents.
Yeah, but they are influenced. Like they have the.
That's your right, basically. My husband smoke, but my son hate smoke. He always persuaded his father to give up, but no, it's difficult because his father already smoking for 20 years, maybe longer. So.
Wow, that's an interesting point though. I've heard that there is a genetic component with like alcoholism, so like people are more prone to be addicted to that sort of thing. I don't know what role genetics plays. People are more prone to smoking cigarettes. I mean, you get some anecdotal evidence here. Your son hates smoking, even though.
It's that we're not smoking.
Gotcha.
Forever.
Fair enough. No, he's committed to not do that ever. Okay, fair enough. But anyway, interesting point y'all brought up. Okay, anybody else want to weigh in about?
It's very lengthy now.
Feel free to fill out those little survey packs here. Okay, fill out those little surveys that you did yesterday, and give these two teams a big hand. Okay, everybody, wow, that's really a lot of preparation they put forward there. Very happy.